A successful consulting practice is born out of who we are. Who we are does not grow out of our consulting practice. And if we get this order wrong, we set ourselves up for always hustling for our worth and a constant fear of being found out. And if we get this order right, we have clarity on how to best position our expertise in a marketplace that is full of need. It is for this reason that our branding work begins with taking a deeper look at you. In Organizational Consulting 101, we talked about your expertise relative to the field or industry that you've gained mastery in. So now what I want to do is encourage you to dig deeper into understanding the underlying talents that have enabled your success to date. The objective that we're shooting for is clarity on not what you're good at, but what you're great at. And I want you to be so clear about your underlying talents that you have the inner convictions for a potential client that you would think they'd be crazy not to partner with me. So let's get started. To get to the kind of insight we're after, you do need to look at yourself from a variety of different angles. You need to look backward, inward, and outward. And when I say backward, what I mean by this is that you need to look at yourself from the time that you're small through all the things that you do today. You need to think about what things that you do come naturally to you and that you've been successful at. You can do a simple exercise such as reviewing your top accomplishments and then look for the themes that emerge about what talents may have been present in all those accomplishments. You could do the same exercise, but then you could do it with your professional track record and the jobs that you've held. Or you can do the same exercise with your hobbies and interests and the things that you just do for fun. The exercise isn't as important as getting to the clarity that you're seeking about what is it that you're absolutely best at and framing that strength in a way that helps build your brand. After looking backwards, then you can look inward and think about what is it that you actually enjoy, that gives you energy, creates results almost effortlessly, and brings you joy. I find it more common than not that many people build their businesses and careers after what I call their second-tier strengths, which are really those things that they do well but they have to work at, and that they have to try really hard to excel. I once career coached a guy named John. John worked in sales and was very good at it because he had very good relationship skills. The only problem is that too much interaction drained him and he was exhausted and somewhat depressed at the end of every day. His natural and best skills were doing construction projects and building projects, but he didn't trust that strength because it came so easy to him. I wish I could say that this situation was a one-off, but I see this all the time and I don't know why. Perhaps too many of us internalize the expectations from others, or we feel guilty when work comes easy because we believe that work has to be somewhat hard and that we don't believe that happiness should be a priority. So regardless, if we want to know our expertise and get a really cool brand, a major thing will be to build it off of what you're good at and do things that come naturally to you and bring you joy. Which brings us to the third aspect of internally scanning for our expertise, which is to look outward. What are you consistently recognized for? When you receive unsolicited compliments and praise, what are they for? And when you compare yourself with your peers, what is it that you seem to do that seems to be unique? Poll your current and past clients about what value or outcome they have gained by virtue of working with you. Notice the themes that emerge between what everybody has to say. When you've completed your looks backward, inward, and outward, you now have the data that you need to refine your understanding of expertise relative to organizational consulting. To illustrate, let me tell you a little bit more about Chad, my web guy and marketing guru, who you'll have an opportunity to meet later on in this course. Chad has an in-depth expertise of technology and web development, but his core talent is that he is a master strategist. He is strategic in every aspect of his life, and he's always been that way. He doesn't necessarily stand out from his peers because of his knowledge of the web and technology. He stands out because of his ability to help others strategically leverage the web and technology to enhance their results. So there's lots of services that he offers towards that end, but he's always reinventing them because the services are not the point. It's how he leverages his unique strategic talents as a differentiation. So now it's your turn to refine your expertise. Download the worksheet that goes along with this video and take your time in thinking through your responses to the questions. Again, the point isn't about the exercise, but getting to the clarity that you need. If you're able to say what you're great at, not good at, you're well on your way. And when you're done, join me in the next video where we will refine your understanding of your stance.